Hi, welcome to the quiz. You can answer along on quizalto.com, all for free. The exact URL of this quiz will be in the notes down below. Let's get started, good luck. What is the function of EKS connector? To link EKS to on-premises data. To bridge VPC networks. To connect any Kubernetes cluster to AWS. To integrate container registries. EKS connector allows you to connect any Kubernetes cluster, even non-EKS ones, to AWS. Which AWS service can trigger actions based on EKS events? AWS step functions. Amazon Event Bridge. AWS Simple Notification Service. AWS Simple Queue Service. Amazon Event Bridge can be configured to trigger actions based on EKS events, like pod or node state changes. What is the function of EKS node groups? To organize Kubernetes namespaces. To categorize network policies. To manage EC2 instances as worker nodes. To group container images. EKS node groups help you manage EC2 instances as worker nodes, handling provisioning and lifecycle. What is the purpose of EKS add-ons? To extend cluster functionality. To improve container images. To increase storage capacity. To enhance network speed. EKS add-ons are software that extends and customizes the functionality of your Kubernetes cluster. Which AWS service can EKS use for secrets management? AWS Key Management Service. AWS Directory Service. AWS Secrets Manager. AWS Cloud HSM. EKS can use AWS Secrets Manager to securely store and manage sensitive information like database credentials. Which EKS feature helps with application upgrades? Canary deployments. A/B testing. Blue/green deployments. Rolling updates. EKS supports Kubernetes rolling updates, allowing you to update applications with zero downtime. What is the function of EKS resource quotas? To cap network bandwidth. To limit resource usage in namespaces. To control node counts. To restrict image sizes. EKS supports Kubernetes resource quotas to limit total resource consumption within a namespace. Which feature ensures EKS data encryption? Hardware encryption chips. AWS Key Management Service integration. Built-in encryption modules. Secure enclave technology. EKS integrates with AWS Key Management Service to encrypt Kubernetes secrets at rest. Which feature ensures EKS control plane security? Dedicated security instances. Built-in firewalls. AWS IAM integration. Hardware security modules. EKS integrates with AWS IAM to provide fine-grained access control for your Kubernetes API server. Which EKS feature helps with application scaling? Image Layer Optimizer, Vertical Node Scaler, Horizontal Pod Autoscaler, Service Mesh Balancer. The horizontal pod autoscaler in EKS automatically scales the number of pods based on observed CPU utilization. Which AWS service can you use to run EKS worker nodes? Amazon EC2, AWS Lambda, AWS Batch, Amazon Lightsail. Amazon EC2 instances are commonly used as worker nodes in an EKS cluster, providing compute resources for your containers. Which EKS feature helps manage cluster access? Kubernetes Guard modules, AWS Single Sign-On integration, Cluster Firewall rules, Node access controllers. EKS can integrate with AWS Single Sign-On to streamline and secure access to your Kubernetes cluster. What is Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service? A serverless computing platform, a container image registry, a virtual machine orchestrator, a managed Kubernetes service. EKS is AWS's fully managed Kubernetes service that makes it easy to deploy, manage, and scale containerized applications using Kubernetes. Which EKS feature ensures high availability? In-memory caching, serverless failover, global replication, multi-AZ control plane. EKS automatically runs and manages your Kubernetes control plane across multiple AWS availability zones for high availability. What is the function of EKS Kubernetes RBAC? To manage node access, to control user actions in the cluster, to secure container registries, to encrypt network traffic. EKS supports Kubernetes role-based access control to define who can perform what actions in your cluster. What is the function of EKS taints and tolerations? To manage image versions, to handle node updates, to control pod placement, to set resource quotas. In EKS, taints and tolerations work together to control which pods can be scheduled on specific nodes. What is the purpose of EKS Fargate shared infrastructure? To enable cross-account access, to pool storage resources, to provide serverless node management, to share container images. With EKS on Fargate, AWS manages the shared infrastructure, providing a truly serverless experience. What is the function of EKS readiness probes? To test node availability, to verify network routes, to check if a pod is ready to serve traffic, to validate image integrity. In EKS, readiness probes determine if a pod is ready to serve traffic, enhancing service reliability. Which AWS service can EKS use for machine learning workloads? Amazon SageMaker, Amazon Lex, AWS Deep Lens, AWS Deep Racer. EKS can work with Amazon SageMaker to deploy and manage machine learning workloads. Which AWS service integrates with EKS for container image storage? AWS Storage Gateway, Amazon EFS, Amazon S3, Amazon Elastic Container Registry. Amazon ECR is designed to store, manage, and deploy Docker container images, working seamlessly with EKS. Which feature ensures EKS worker node security? Security groups and NACLs. Secure bootloaders. Hardware root of trust. Encrypted hypervisors. EKS leverages AWS security groups and network ACLs to secure worker nodes at the network level. Which AWS service can provide private connectivity to EKS? AWS Client VPN, AWS Private Link, AWS Direct Connect, AWS Site-to-Site VPN. AWS Private Link allows you to access EKS API server privately without using the public internet. What is the function of kubectl in EKS? To configure VPC settings. To control the Kubernetes cluster. To manage AWS billing. To build Docker images. kubectl is the Kubernetes command line tool used to control your EKS cluster, deploy applications, and more. What is the purpose of EKS Fargate profiles? To create network policies. To run pods without managing servers. To configure auto-scaling. To handle service discovery. EKS Fargate profiles allow you to run pods using AWS Fargate, eliminating the need to manage servers. Which AWS service can EKS use for container registry? Amazon Elastic Container Registry, AWS Code Commit, AWS Code Build, AWS Code Artifact. Amazon ECR is AWS's fully managed Docker container registry that integrates seamlessly with EKS. And that's a wrap. Thanks to everyone who participated. Remember, you can answer along on quizalto.com, where you can keep track of your progress and find much more quizzes. We hope you had a fun and challenging time. Until next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more. Hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as we upload. Please leave a comment if you have any thoughts or suggestions, and, if you think this video is worth sharing with someone who could benefit from it, please forward a link to them. See you next time. Thanks for watching.